Good morning, St. Columba's. Each year on this day, the Church invites us to remember the life and ministry of St. John the Baptist. John the Baptist was the older cousin of Jesus, whose birth and life was foreordained. He was sent to announce the coming of the Messiah. We think of him as something of a wild man living in the wilderness, wearing camel hair, eating locusts and honey, and calling out the truth, calling others to repent. John was a seer and a truth teller. And those who see and tell the truth sometimes get themselves into trouble. But they can also are essential and vitally important for helping us turn from ways that lead us astray. And I'm thinking today that we might each tap into our inner John the Baptist, that part within us that can see and call out the truth and help us to understand when it is we might need to turn. And a place to begin for us in this current climate is to do what I would call a racial autobiography. Take some time in coming weeks and reflect on how you first learned about race and racism. Who in your family first taught you that you are whatever race or ethnicity you are? And how did they teach you to feel about that? What did that evoke for you? And how did you first learn about those whose race or ethnicity is different? And what were you taught to feel about those people who are different? And probably for most of us a little bit later, when did you learn first about racism and its power? Probably in the dynamics of the school classroom. These are just basic ways that we, especially those of us who are white, can begin this work of addressing racial privilege by looking clearly at what we bring to this and to share with others in our own families and friends the stories of how we understand our own autobiography. And I say begin with our family and friends because, quite frankly, those often can be the most challenging conversations to have, the most awkward conversations to have. And that's why it can be helpful to tap into our inner John the Baptist, because John is that part of ourselves who can see the truth and know the truth and call out the truth. Now, John's message was often harsh. Repent. Repent and turn. Harsh, but necessary. And John was always followed by Jesus with a message of grace and acceptance. John himself, upon seeing Jesus, said, "I must decrease, but he must increase." But for many of us, begin here. Begin with John the Baptist. Let him call out the truth of your lives. Amen.